If you think you're man enough, you really wanna knuckle up. If you won't share.
What's up, YouTube? I am back again with another car critique of another Defender. Yesterday the last video I did the Defender 2, and I talked about the Rabbit. You know, the Guppy, which I already did, the Rabbit, which is not in production no more, but in a nice term, it looks like part of a human anatomy. It looks like a rabbit. You hold it up, and it looks like Peter Cottontail. Okay, just if it was laid on its side, it looked like a piece of an anatomy. But we won't go into that. It was still a good Defender. It just had some flaws. Anyway, then I showed you the Defender 2, which is a pretty aggressive weapon. But there's one between the Rabbit and the Defender 2. That is, drumroll, ding, a Defender 1. This one you could tell is clear. Yet the other ones I have are black. That's fine. He also made, Peter Brusso, who started it all, also makes clear Defenders. They're a little bit more, but same identical thing. It's just, it's clear to where you can actually see me. I got the clear one because at first when I got the duck, that was clear plastic. And I wanted to do this, you know, whole clear thing to where nobody's going to see it. And I honestly thought, and this, believe it or not, was my first Defender, the clear one. And I asked him question after question about him. And lo and behold, I thought this thing was going to be a thin piece of plastic, you know. That's why I got this one. The first one, I thought it was going to be a little thin. But if I turn it to the side, it's a pretty decent thickness for a piece of plastic. The only reason it looks all marked up and stuff, if you can kind of see it, it had some adhesive paper to it, and I tried to get it out the best I could, but hey, stuff happens. But it's the same identical Defender as the black ones. It's just coming in clear. Good part is, if it's at nighttime or something, you have this in your hand, nobody's really going to be able to see it, unless it's got the little string at the bottom. So that would look kind of weird. But what I like about the clear ones is if you do get a clear one and you put it in the push Defender spot, you can barely see what's there. I mean, I can hold it here, and without the glare and without the string, you wouldn't even know I had anything. So, but let me put it down here. The Defender 1 is basically the all-around one. It's what newer people to the Defender line or family or whatever you want to call it start off with. That's what they train with, because it's more versatile than anything. The things you can do with a Guppy, you can do with this. Things you can do with Defender 2, you can do with this. So pretty much any Defender, except for a few of them, you're able to do with this Defender. And believe it or not, that little hook on the end will open up a dog bag. Those 50-pound bags of dog food, this thing will actually open it. Because at the time, I didn't have a knife, I didn't have scissors, and it was too much work to go into the kitchen and get a knife. So I had this in my pocket, and I figured, let's try this out. So I took the pointy end, and I literally ripped a hole in the dog bag. So it does work. Good thing about this, with the Defender 2, like I showed, this one does not have the teeth. There is a video on YouTube where he talks about this one and a Defender 2 with an actor. I guess he played on Varsity Blues or something. As a big football guy that Not Another Teen movie made fun of. That's a good movie. Anyway, you will see that this is a little bit more nicer than a Defender 2 where it actually had the teeth. This one does not have as much bite as that one does. But same process, you put your thumb in the little, or finger in the hole, and you can use your thumb to grab a hold of ears, noses, lips, whatever, just like with the Defender 2. And like the Guppy, you can smack down and crush bones or teeth or noses or brains and elbows. Now, the people with the head, you might not get very good because most people out there we know don't have common sense. So it might not work. But also, if you get a Defender, they deal with pressure points and pressure of small pieces like the hook. Takes all the force on one particular spot. So pressure points, your finger pushes in, it gets reaction. Some people are not as prone to pain compliance as other people are, because some might have dead nerves, so it might not work on them. So that's sorry. So that's the thing we go in with using these. Some people might not react the way you want them to react. So that's why we got different variations on how to use this thing. The pommel is just your rounded pommel. Push down to strike, or in some of the techniques, you're used to push in. And they do hurt. One technique that I like that I've seen in a video and you will see online is putting it in the back of the hand and just pushing, and trust me, that does hurt. And as you can tell, it does leave little marks. So I will probably post in videos later on of training with them, and hopefully next month put up a video of me actually being able to start my teaching phase of it, or working out the bugs for what I want to do later on down the road. And I do have an idea of how to make these a little safer to train with, so stick around, stay tuned for that. But the Defender one, like I said, is an all-around Defender. So if you look on the website, you really don't want the smaller ones or something that aggressive, like the Defender 2 or a Swan or a Parrot, because they're too big and honky to put in your pocket. Defender 1 is a good option for your pocket. I put it in there. I don't even remember having it until I put my hand in my pocket or feel my leg. That way you know it's there. Like on the website, it says, take a Defender 2 when you feel more in a threatening area or you're out of town. But use this or a guppy when you're around relatives at a family reunion. Your Uncle Billy or Uncle Bob gets too drunk. You really don't want to hurt him, but if he doesn't quit, he's going to hurt somebody else. So you can use one of these. And like I said, the other one is a non-lethal weapon. But then again, they always say Kubotans are non-lethal. You do it in the right manner, you're going to hurt somebody or kill them. So always train safely, whether it's weapons, non-weapons, hands, whatever. Just train safely to where you don't hurt each other. But that's my little rant. That's my little car critique on the Defender one. It's a good Defender to have. If you not really sure, just get one. Try it out for yourself. See if you like them. Like I said, this was my first one. I kind of got hooked on it. So I wanted to know more about it. And that's why I doubled into it a little bit. And I'm wanting to teach it later on down the road this year. So that's my goal. Stick around for those videos and stay tuned.